A family is suing OpenAI, alleging ChatGPT advice led to their son's accidental overdose. Meta is facing another lawsuit over scam ads. And Google is considering working with SpaceX on orbital data centers. It's Wednesday, May 13th, and here's a quick look at some of the news happening in and around tech this morning from Engadget. OpenAI is facing another wrongful death lawsuit. Leela Turner Scott and Angus Scott filed a lawsuit against the company, alleging that it designed and distributed a defective product that led to the death of their son, Sam Nelson, from an accidental overdose. Now, specifically, they are alleging that Sam died following the exact medical advice GPT-4o had provided and approved. In the lawsuit, the plaintiffs described how Sam, a 19-year-old junior at the University of California, Merced, started using ChatGPT in 2023 when he was in high school to help with homework and to troubleshoot computer problems. Sam then started asking the chatbot about safe drug use, but ChatGPT initially refused to answer his question, telling him that it could not assist him and warning him that taking drugs could have serious consequences for his health and well-being. The lawsuit claims that all changed with the rollout of GPT-4o in 2024. The lawsuit contends that ChatGPT then started advising Sam on how to take drugs safely. The complaint has several excerpts from Sam's conversation with the chatbot. One example showed the chatbot telling him the dangers of taking diphenhydramine, cocaine, and alcohol in quick succession. Another showed the chatbot telling Sam that his high tolerance for an herbal drug called Kratom would make even a big dosage of it feel muted on a full stomach. It then advised him on how to taper to lower his tolerance to the drug again. The lawsuit says that on May 31st, 2025, ChatGPT actively coached Sam to mix Kratom and Xanax. Despite presenting itself as an expert in dosing and interactions, and despite acknowledging Sam's state of being high, ChatGPT did not tell Sam that this recommended combination would likely kill him. In addition to wrongful death, the plaintiffs are also suing OpenAI for the unauthorized practice of medicine. They're asking for financial damages and for the courts to put a pause to the operations of ChatGPT Health. Launched earlier this year, ChatGPT Health allows users to link their medical records and wellness apps with the chatbot in order to get more tailored responses when they ask about their health. An OpenAI spokesperson told the New York Times that Sam's interactions took place on an earlier version of ChatGPT that is no longer available. Santa Clara County has become the latest entity to sue Meta over scam ads on Facebook and Instagram. Now, the lawsuit brought by County Counsel Tony Lopresti alleges that the company has profited from a vast ecosystem of scam ads that have defrauded senior citizens and other vulnerable people. The lawsuit references a report last year from Reuters that cited internal documents detailing the billions of dollars scam advertisers have poured into Meta's platforms. Meta makes as much as $7 billion a year from such ads, the filing says. It also claims that Meta's own processes and policies have enabled scams. Santa Clara, which is just one county over from Meta's Bay Area headquarters, says it's the first such case brought by a local civil prosecutor. Lopresti said in a press conference that while our region has certainly benefited from the tech boom, we can't sit idly by when we know good and well that a tech giant is swindling the public to hit a revenue target. In a statement, a Meta spokesperson said the company would fight the lawsuit, saying, "This claim relies on Reuters reporting that distorts our motives and ignores the full range of actions we take to combat scams every day. We aggressively fight scams on and off our platforms because they're not good for us or the people and businesses that rely on our services. We removed over 159 million scam ads last year alone, launched new tools to protect people, and partnered with law enforcement around the globe to disrupt these criminals." Now, Meta has faced continued scrutiny over its handling of scammy advertisers. On Tuesday, nonprofit watchdog group the Center for Countering Digital Hate published a report on Medicare-related scam ads on Facebook targeting seniors. The group found that Meta has made more than $14 million from Medicare scams on Facebook, many of which were repeat offenders who had numerous ads removed by the company in the past. The scams used many tactics employed in other types of fraudulent ads, including fake AI-generated celebrity endorsements. Google is in negotiations with SpaceX to secure the company's help in its own nascent effort to put orbital data centers in space. That's according to a report by the Wall Street Journal. If the two sides were to reach a deal, it would see two competitors working together. Project Suncatcher, the moonshot Google announced to explore the feasibility of space-based data centers, actually predates SpaceX's own foray. Google shared news of Suncatcher last November, while this past February, Elon Musk announced that SpaceX and xAI were merging with the intent of launching 1 million orbital data satellites. According to the Wall Street Journal, Google is also in discussions with other rocket launch companies. The search giant is already working with Planet Labs to design and build the satellites it plans to put into space. Both Google's CEO Sundar Pichai and Elon Musk have presented orbital data centers as an inevitability. Pichai told Fox News in an interview back in November, "There is no doubt to me that a decade or so away, we'll be viewing it as a more normal way to build data centers." Musk, in his announcement of the SpaceX and xAI merger, meanwhile said that within 3 years, satellites would be the cheapest way to generate AI compute power. However, experts Engadget has spoken to expressed doubts whether it is possible to carry out AI inference in space at scale. GPUs in satellites would be subjected to constant cosmic radiation that would affect their ability to perform error-free calculations. And cooling them in the near vacuum of space, where the only way to dissipate heat is to slowly radiate it out, is difficult. On top of all that, putting millions of satellites in low Earth orbit is very likely to have extremely detrimental effects on the planet's atmosphere and the ability of other companies and governments to fly spacecraft safely. Thanks for listening. There's more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Mariella Moon, Carissa Bell, and Igor Bonifasic. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.